Okay, we're live. I don't know why it's still going there over there, but yeah, I think there's like a delay that happens between what you see live and what everything is being repurposed. So we are live right now. Hey everyone, we're trying this new setup out and let us know if you can hear us well. I think it is gonna be optimal now. And Jamil's live right now on Facebook, so he's gonna be taking in a couple questions. He's going nuts over there because he's looking at the delay of the video. Anyways,
What's up, guys?
yeah, today is 1:13, I think, right? So we are here in Valle Sagrado, Cusco. And this is our fourth.
13th.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. And we're here in Valle Sagrado del Cusco, and this is our fourth live stream. Welcome to the show. Let's see who can chime in on Facebook. And then we have a different angle too. Check it out. Boom. Oh. What's good? Welcome to the show. Boom. Hey. That's pretty cool. I might have to use that angle more for like a different type of personality, you know? I think some people are gonna go for that. Yeah, it's interesting because I mean we're all playing around with this live thing. That's a really long one, man. What's going on with that one? It's stuck, bro. It had some. Jimmy is so focused on his
Let's
going live right now.
Trying our best here.
Trying our best here.
All right, so what we got today, D?
Yeah, what do we have today?
What do we have that is so interesting about us?
Besides Maduro over here, who's been a rock star. Oh, you were doing some research on Munya, right? What you find out about Munya, or what's the deal with Munya?
I mean, well, let's do a little overview of what's going on so far.
I just thought it was interesting, you know.
Today, what's going on today?
Yeah, what is going on today?
Today, I want to talk about Paul Rosley.
Yeah, we do have a clip
Paul
of
Rosley.
Paul that's ready.
His new podcast came out with Lex Friedman, and I was listening to that in the gym.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Anything you want to talk about?
The Munya, for sure. The Munya.
Okay, you want to talk about Munya?
Yeah.
What else do we want to talk about?
I also want to talk about chicha. I was drinking some chicha at in Yanaguara today, and I just think it's a good time to just spend talking about chicha. I just think it's an interesting drink, you know.
For people that don't know, what is chicha?
Yeah, we'll get into that, of course. So that's another great
really quick. It's corn.
Yeah, it's a corn drink.
Fermented corn.
It could be corn. It could be quinoa. It could be some other things. So that's why I want to spend some time talking about it. Let's see what else. Yeah, I think Bitcoin, I guess, because the Bitcoin in Iran is now worth hella money.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's because the evaluation.
Oh.
So politics. We'll get into politics, of course,
Yeah.
since that's been a trend that we've been going through. Because everything's political, right?
Oh, yeah. What are we doing this weekend?
Yeah, that's something that we need to talk about because we still need to plan it out. And yeah, that'll be good. It's gonna be an exciting hike for sure. Let's see. Yeah, man.
It's called San Pedro, right?
Huachuma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huachuma is a drink, right?
It's also a drink, yeah. But it's not out of quinoa and it's not out of corn either. So maybe we can have a whole episode to that because I'm not ready to dive into that right this second. No, I'm not. Yeah.
All right.
I'm just not sure. I haven't contemplated bringing that topic here to the space yet. Although there's a whole video about it. But I'll let everyone else figure that one out.
I mean, you could talk about it. It's a thing. It's native here.
Oh, yeah, of
There's
course.
nothing wrong with it.
Is that where you want to start?
I mean, I definitely want to talk about it if we're going to be doing it because I'm like thinking about it. I'm like getting nervous about it, but then I'm like not nervous about it.
Yeah.
But I think there's multiple. We could go really in depth into what it is and why it's significant.
Yeah, and I would also say that I think for me with it, when I think of storytelling, I think it's just planting seeds, because I'm not here to shine the light also on people who are on a journey, you know? Like everyone needs to do some work in their own personal journey. And I think like I'm not a guide for it. Whereas if you go and be with a healer, be with a shaman, like that's their job, you know?
For sure.
So by no means I want to portray myself as someone who's in practicing that. But yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because the story that I think is most relevant to it is how it's called in Spanish, San Pedro, and how it's called originally Huachuma, which I'm not even sure that's the appropriate pronunciation. But I think it's like really interesting that we got high temp on one camera, but guess what? Boom, baby! We're not falling off because we got a backup. Oh, what?
Wait, fix the. Bring the view a little higher.
Yeah.
How did I already do that? What?
Yeah, we have a backup. All right.
Sony, you are messing up, yo.
Yo,
Like the
y'all
clip
can hear me,
Can you bring it up higher?
and this is how we're gonna improvise. Pretty good. Jamil is trying to figure out how to fix up the
There's
camera,
like a
but
whole
the thing
black
is that
bar at the top. We have to like.
oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. There you go. Much better.
Boom.
There you go.
Boom. See, we didn't cut off. The live stream kept going. And that's a lesson learned, because now we know that we should have two cameras going in case one goes bad, right? Whereas the mic stuff is like pretty solid. Like it's not going to go bad as long as it's connected.
So what? Okay. Well, let's just start off with saying like, obviously we're not experts on Huachuma, but we could still talk about it.
Yeah, of course.
And Huachuma, what does that mean? Do you know what it means?
I don't
You've
remember.
done it already, right?
Yeah, I have.
How many times have you done it?
I think this will be the seventh time.
Seventh time.
Yeah. Sixth
Bro,
or seventh.
what?
Yeah, sixth or seventh time for sure. Sixth, I think. Yeah.
Okay, so Huachuma is pretty much a psychedelic, right?
Yeah, it is a psychedelic.
It's a psychedelic, and it's used for rituals.
Yes, I would say it's a psychedelic, but also I would say before that, because it has a big meaning to Andean culture, the people here,
Yeah, we're
and that's
definitely gonna get to that. Yeah.
a bigger significance. And I would say that we should start there rather than just calling it a psychedelic.
No, but we're breaking it down for the average viewer that just like what's Huachuma.
That's speaking English in the U.S. Yeah, absolutely. That's
Yeah,
what
they're
it
probably
is.
they're like, is it a plate of food? Is it like a corn? Like
Yeah.
So it's a
Well-
psychedelic, and it's used for rituals.
Right.
And before then, you want to add that.
What I would say is that it has a bigger significance in the context of the Andean culture and Andean people, and very much like any other plant, it has a big significance not only spiritually but also in the places in the places that we call today archaeological sites, in the places that we call huacas, in the places we grow food. It has it's kind of like the coca leaf, right? It's a very big significant, like it's muña too. It's big. It has a big significance across everywhere, right? And coca leaves. Yeah. But like I just want to go back to what you're saying though, because I think there's two different narratives and it's important to distinguish between those two. One is coca is bad, and we shouldn't grow it, and the same thing goes with many other plants. And you start getting into, especially when you're talking about educating the average viewer in the US, like not many people know about the war on drugs, how that started, how it's connected to plants like coca in South America and many other things. So when I hear is just the Huachuma is just a psychedelic, I think that dives into like that narrative.
Like,
that narrative that's
we're
over
not
there.
like,
Whereas
you're not gonna find this, like, obviously you could find this anywhere nowadays, but this was originally supposed to be for like for the shamans and the people to heal and have such a more profound experience there, other than just some, kid that's doing it at a festival. Like,
yeah.
now you hear more than ever like ayahuasca retreats everywhere, and it's like,
Well, you just go to Pisac.
no, for sure,
Go anywhere in the valley. you know?
And that's cool and everything. Like, you guys do whatever you want to do, but if you really know your psychedelics and stuff like that, and it really just, it's up to you, how you perceive it and stuff like that. But for me, at least, it's very much like, this is a cleansing your soul experience. It's not something I could just be like really verbalize or just put into words. It's much more than what is can come out of my mouth, And
yo solo diría que no es la forma como yo hablaría del tema. No comenzaría con, es un psychedelic, no. Y creo que es
right,
otro.
So it's obviously very important to you, and other people might not see it as, people use psychedelics to party and stuff like that, but for a lot of Peruvians, like, this is a very important medicine. And yeah.
Exacto. Yeah. If you're on Facebook, Jamil's taking questions or comments on his live.
It's not working, bro.
It's not working? Oh, okay. Well, we're trying to figure out the next step is for us to figure out how to get comments and questions from our lives. We can see some comments over there. So those are popping up. So that means if anyone joins,
Yeah.
then at that point we'll be able to see it. So that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, man, San Pedro, for me, Huachuma has changed my life for sure. And it set me in a direction that that I very much I'm grateful for and needed, to be honest, because before then I was not in a good place. And once I had clarity on what I wanted to do with the studies and my work and my life, it absolutely changed me, So, if you want to check out more about that, I do have a whole interview with Cesar, my shaman, that you can watch and you can find out more about it.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty collective experience. People have breakthroughs, and I think many people say they feel like they've died, and therefore they are reborn. And once you have that experience, feeling like an internal death of your ego, coming out of that, you're just with a fresh eyes, fresh mind, fresh body, and you just become more grateful for things in your life, and you don't take things for granted, and you live with more intention, and you have more clarity, and therefore you just te pones más pilas,
yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how you experience it, right?
Yeah, and I've had my fair share with different psychedelics. I do really appreciate
mushrooms are pretty big now in the US,
mushrooms,
right?
and
I feel like,
I'm not a big fan of acid or anything like that. I've tried it, and maybe I was just too young, but it definitely gave me a breakthrough and stuff like that. A lot of inspiration visually and stuff like that. But for me, I do have to say that it did affect my nervous system. At one point, I remember just probably because I was in like San Francisco, in like a city and stuff like that, and it's probably not the right place to do it. Definitely not the right place to do it, especially in a rooftop fucking restaurant. But regardless of the fact, it has a lot of power, and I've met a lot of friends that have worked in those retreats and stuff like that as assistants to the shamans and stuff like that. And people have a big misconception of what it is because of, the typical things they hear from the good and bad. And a lot of times I hear that people go in and they're on like antidepressants and different prescription drugs, thinking that they could just go in and jump in, take ayahuasca, do whatever. And they ended up, really damaging their, their mind. So it's nothing really to play around with, but, here and there you'll meet some like kid that's just like, oh, I do it on the weekends, mate, and you're like, all right, like good for you, like good that you can know your body, you can take control, and you really recognize yourself like that. But for a lot of people, it's not the case, and yeah. I have a lot of respect for psychedelics. It's definitely something I don't like mess around with too often. Now that I'm growing older, I feel like I have a more responsibility just to, I don't know, just I like to be sober now for the most part. It feels nice just exercising and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Jamil's coming to age.
Coming to age, man.
Yeah.
No, we still going strong.
It's such a personal
Yeah.
journey that it's always like yeah, I have so many thoughts about this. Honestly, I just don't know.
Oh, for sure.
Like a lot of
Just
expats, a lot of people
mhm.
from abroad will come to Peru for that experience. Then they'll dive deeper. They'll get to know themselves in a deeper level, and they'll realize many things in life. Anything from their sex life, addictions to alcohol. They need to quit their jobs. They need to leave their spouse or their partner. They need to have kids or don't have kids. Freaking change religions.
Right.
What else in the world could happen when you do these things? At the same time, like you just need to be on your course, and sometimes these things are decided for you at a level that I cannot articulate through a simple mic and this 3D world we're living in right now, because what is the larger forces are beyond that,
Right.
like we're just trying to do some justice to that by recording a
Right.
little bit of our voices in a
Right.
mic
Exactly.
and video, but those are different frequencies that you work with, and at that point in time, then that's what makes places like the Sacred Valley such a even better experience here. Because if you go to Machu Picchu, if you go to Choqquequirao, like you'll feel the energy, and
Yep.
that's why so many people end up in the Valle Sagrado, living here, making their livelihoods here, because they realize that. So, and that's the same, I think, for many other places that have high altitudes. Nepal, other places over there that have large apus. Like same thing still happens. So yeah, really long topic that I think deserves more respect. Respects for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's great that
I mean, it may be a good time to show the clip from Paul Rossley, right? Do you mind if we show it really quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, folks. Let's see this Paul Rossley clip. We're gonna play it. Let's see. It's an interview, right?
Monkeys and turtle eggs.
Yeah.
So, like, what do we know about what they eat? What's the source of protein? Do they eat monkeys?
Oh yeah. Their
Oh, they can see your
Primary
reaction.
sources of food, I would say, would be monkeys, turtles, turtle eggs, and small game like paca, the large rodent that's like the size of a beagle, capybaras, stuff they can shoot. They don't really fish, and we know these things because our indigenous trackers and our rangers find their camps, and so they'll find some of those little thatch structures they make on the beaches, and we see the bones. There'll be tapir bones, there'll be turtle shells, which seems like is their closest thing to a bowl. The day that we interacted with them, they did find a bowl we saw them walking away with it in one of the farms, and then days later we found it destroyed. So they didn't seem like they saw much utility in the bowl. It's temporary. It's gonna get it. Temporary. So they kill it, they make a fire. They must be amazing at making fire. I don't know how they do it out there.
So yeah.
So yeah, I mean, let's give a little
Eh.
context here.
Any thoughts?
Paul, I think we mentioned him before, but he is activist that is very much trying to protect the Amazon, and he has his whole group of his team called the Jungle Keepers, and they're pretty much just trying to buy as much land and preserve it. And the people that live there, whether it's the uncontacted tribes or the locals, they just want to make sure that they're secure job wise, and don't go to illegal mining or logging. And he's been blowing up, and he's been doing a great deed. And now he goes on to podcasts because that works for him. It gets a lot of viewership and a lot of attention and a lot of praise to his movement.
Maybe we could interview him.
Dude, I would love to run into him. Yeah, tell him about how you first met him.
Yeah, we first met him because Elisban, our father, Elisban, he bought a book one Christmas, I think, for me. Yeah. And then I read his book, forget when that was, but 2010, 2012, something like that. And then months later, after reading his book, I sent him an email and I was like, hey, I read your book, blah, blah, blah. We should connect. And he replied. Yeah. And then I think you read his book at some point, right? Maybe I gave it to you, or I don't know. Yeah. You read his book, and I think you've been more in touch with what he's been up to. To be honest, I haven't been following him as well as you have, I think.
Yeah, just saw him on a podcast and just watched the whole thing through, and just was amazed that someone cares this much about, protecting the forest. And I just felt like, wow, like that's got to be me, dude. At some point I want to run into him, help him out, be part of, either if it's him or another group, whatever. I definitely want to make my way out to the Amazon and see this for myself and take part and take action.
Yeah.
Whatever I can do in the short amount of time that I live and just help out would be amazing, honestly. Yeah. But he really opened my eyes about uncontacted tribes, and I think there's a lot to be said about that phenomenon, because most people don't know, like, there's still uncontacted tribes in the Amazon.
They were just talking about one, right? With the bull.
Yeah,
that was interesting.
They live naked. They're nomadic. They're still very much scared of us. They don't know who exactly.
Like the modern world.
Yeah, the modern world. They just, all they know is that people come in and they cut down the trees. They start doing illegal stuff, mining, lodging, whatever. And they don't know who it is. They just know it's the outside world. So they immediately come.
Which says a lot about our society, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. And it's amazing that, like, just thinking about the fact that for me, it's like a lot of just pressure to have such a standard of life, and whether it's like money wise or anything like that. And these people have literally nothing, having families, still surviving, still doing their things, and they're going. And
right,
they live off the land. They have generations of knowledge, medicine, how to hunt, how to survive, how to cultivate, protection, just like probably all sorts of things that we don't even know, their language. And at some point, they've become more advanced than, the legal miners are there, because they will literally take them out. They have weapons that, beat their shotgun, beat their machine guns. They have techniques that, it's like, it's just crazy. It's crazy to think about.
I think someone joined us, man.
Another
person is watching something. We're talking about rainforest, just as a recap.
We're talking about uncontacted tribes in the Amazon, and Paul Rosley is really one that has shined light on this, and just it's a layer of just a layer of like understanding of what really is going on with these people.
Yeah.
And from what I understand is that they've been in the Amazon since the times of like the rubber barons. The rubber barons were the ones that came in and started, pretty much cultivating all the rubber, taking out all the natural resources in like the early 1800s, even probably earlier than that. And they've just been scared away into the forest, and they've never really come back.
Yeah.
And like so crazy. That's literally a couple 100 miles that way. You know, it's like right there. They're right. They live amongst us, and I can't wait to see one, dude. Or see them. Be out there in the Amazon and see what really what the heart of Mother Nature is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can tell that it caught you by passion.
It's crazy. Yeah.
You just went on a ramble. You were
just being here because, like, I don't know, I'm very much aware of my intention being here too. Is not just to pass the time and stuff like that. I want to pick up skills, whether it's being with Kennedy and him showing us his friend's farm. Like, I want to learn how to farm. I want to learn how to hunt. I want to learn how to just be self-sustainable. I think that stuff is very interesting to me. And right there and there, you have like the kings of being, independent and self-sustainable, and they have nothing. They really don't have anything, and
they have everything, right?
They have,
they have everything.
They have literally. If you really have nothing, you have everything at the same time. Yeah,
it's kind of like the example of the iPhone or the phones, right? Like, I need to disconnect, or do you need to reconnect?
Right.
Like, like, yeah.
Yeah. And
I think it's somewhat related to what you were mentioning before about the gym, right? And
oh yeah,
how,
so I don't know. I just had this random thought about when I was in the gym just now.
Well, it wasn't a random thought; it was a reflection you had, right?
Yeah, it just came up randomly, that like gyms are a product of like capitalism, and how, because like I think really what we should be doing as people is just like, instead of working out, lifting up like weights and stuff, like we should be doing the labor that is to, farm,
grow food,
build our house, grow food, anything like that. That should be a real workout. And since that's already taken over by all these systems in place, grocery stores, blah, 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 we're
at least in the
with,
US, systems,
getting into a gym
everywhere.
and like, replacing that because we need to.
Yeah.
And then it creates a whole domino effect of how that affects us psychologically. I mean, I already know, for me, I could admit that, the aesthetics are nice, and what does that do to you? It could be all sorts of things that you could think, or, bring out of it, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's not really natural. You know what I mean? It's like, this is a byproduct of capitalism.
Yeah. And also, it's very much tied to the agricultural revolution, because without it, we wouldn't have become the species we are today, which is, some people that are really good at growing food, and most of us are just focused on other things and worked on.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, literally just going through the main roads and stuff, and you see people, like, walking their freaking cows, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of that around here.
I'm like, and I'm here.
Just for context, we live around like a lot of farms right now. Yeah, we can see, we can see cows, we can see people working the land.
Yeah,
every
literally
morning,
our neighbors have cows,
day.
and we see them every day, and they just stare at us. And I'm like, look at this beautiful beast. And I'm like thinking, my day to day is like on a computer, pushing pixels, and they're over there like
pushing pixels,
walking their cow, doing God knows what, and it's
or
like
preparing the land.
Yeah, preparing land, just working, full labor, just all day maintaining their livelihood, and that's all they do all day. Like, they don't know anything about building websites or a live stream or OBS studio or anything like that. They don't have an idea what that is, but they damn well know, like,
a radio show. They know a radio show.
They know a radio
They just
show.
don't specialize on the things that we're specializing in.
Right.
Yeah.
Point being, they're living a fulfilling life, for sure. Yeah.
What were the rest of the topics that we had in the agenda?
I was gonna talk about like what we're drinking.
Yeah, you did do some research on muña, no? What's muña?
It looks like just quick 3 branches in my cup, but uh,
Like a witch gave you a freaking cup.
it's this herb called munya, and I think it's native here, right? I'm not too sure. It's really good, fairly like just herby taste. It almost tastes a little bit like mint, kind of. And we just brought like a whole tree branch of it, and it's really nice just grabbing the branches and just throwing it in your cup. You know, feels real natural stuff. I like it. I was actually gonna look up exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, and at the market the other day, I did buy it. It was just one sol, the whole bag of muña that I brought here, and yeah, some lady was just outside the mercado and was like, had a couple things, and I think altogether you could probably add up things, and she didn't have more than 20 soles worth of produce, and one of those things that she was carrying was the muña. Yeah, and it's really good for stomach aches, for sometimes for dealing with the altitude. Not as good as coca. Coca is kind of the go-to for dealing with soroche and all that, but yeah, muña is really good too. I like it more when it's directly like this. I think it's I don't put the branches as much, but to each their own. It's the green, the leaves actually that I think have most of the smell. But dude, the lavender from yesterday was so good too.
Medical plant restricted to the South American Andes from Peru to Bolivia.
Yeah. So definitely in Peru, and I'm guessing the Andes of the Peru and Bolivia as well. We have a lot in common between Bolivia region and Cusco region. We all enjoy a lot of mountains. Coca is a big thing for us both. We share the story behind the Lake Titicaca. If you ever go to Puno, it's pretty high up there as well. Lake Titicaca being the highest navigable lake in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
And there's actually an island inside it.
Is it really an island, or is it like just floating?
No, it's both. There's
Both.
an island, and then there's also floating islands where people live. Yeah, people
That's
live.
crazy.
Yeah, they live there, and they even play football there. Their whole livelihoods is on top of a bunch of, on top of the lake. It's kind of crazy to think about that. People.
I'm
live
surprised
that
I
way.
didn't see something like that in Lake Arilan.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean,
You've been there though, right?
Yeah, no, I've been there too.
How did it feel?
I don't remember much about it now because it's been a couple years. But
Yeah.
what comes to mind too is the Aztec cities like Mexico City.
That's also built on
That was also had a lot of water in it, right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's built on a lake too.
Yeah. So there
Pretty
is
floating.
there's a lot of benefits to being close to water, Yeah, so muña, guachuma, coca, muña, like they all have a trend. All these things that we're thinking is not connected. It's all connected, man,
Yeah.
and it's all part of the narrative, and the importance of being connected and basically around farms. What's funny is that in the first episode you learned about Urubamba, right? Or
Yeah.
Urubamba, which is like Valley of Spiders,
Yeah, what it means.
right? And this
Yeah.
morning I opened up my window just because I was like curious to know what was on the other side. Freaking a bunch of spiders, man, everywhere.
Like I said, I was just at the gym. The whole like pull-up bars, they have like a whole like monkey bar set.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Spiders?
spider webs everywhere.
Everywhere.
And I'm just like, oh, like obviously there's spider webs there because nobody's like tall enough to like reach up
Yeah,
and grab
yeah.
it. So I was like the only one.
Man, I'm surprised someone hasn't come up with like an animation or a video of Urubamba being like freaking the scene of Harry Potter, freaking spiders crawling around everywhere, and Harry Potter comes in and he's
I
freaking gonna
low-key
throw
wish I would have known beforehand.
a spell of a spell on you, and then you end up going to freaking some shaman, and it's a whole theme, and the whole valley could be a whole themed Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, just a spider cave
Yeah,
full of spiders, dude.
there's already parks around the Sacred Valley and in Cusco too, where they're themed. Like, obviously, Transformers was a big thing around here due to the movie being done
I forgot about that.
in what's it called?
Transformers.
Where was it? It's skipping my mind right now.
They were all over the place, but they were
All over
definitely,
Cusco.
yeah. What's that one where I went and I saw the mummies?
The mummies.
Yeah.
Oh,
Next to the plaza.
Coricancha.
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 Sí.
Yeah. Transformers movie was made out here. Also, some of the scenes were shot in on the way to Quillabamba. Man,
Have you watched Paddington Bear?
no,
Do you know about Paddington Bear?
no.
It's about this. I mean, they've made like 3 movies about it now. Pretty much this bear that's from Peru.
A bear that's from Peru.
Yeah, a bear.
Bear.
Like an oso.
Hmm.
And he gets taken away and some way somehow escapes, I think. And he ends up living in the UK. And then he's like homesick, and then he tries to make it back home. And then like a bunch of his like
They
his
take him
family.
to UK.
Yeah, his
Is
family.
this like animated?
It's like
cartoons?
half. It's like half animated. He's animated, but like in the real world. I forget
Oh.
what it's called. The word for
Interesting.
it. Yeah, and he's like obsessed with like marmalade, mermelada,
Oh,
and I don't know. It's super funny how he just talks, but I'm just thinking about like what like marketing initiatives Peru pushes to have tourism here. You know, because I mean Transformers is definitely like. Maybe not intentional, but is definitely like, oh, people are like,
yeah. I'm sure
where
there
is
was,
this?
Yeah, right.
What is Machu Picchu? You
right,
know?
right.
And same
Yeah.
with Paddington Bear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like many other movies, right? Even outside the context of English and the U.S., there's also other movies that are being made here, and it's becoming more and more popularized, and,
Right.
and all that. I
It's-
wanted to
yeah.
share something.
Yeah.
There's a prophecy that I haven't gotten to do any videos on, but there's this prophecy. It's called the prophecy of the Condor and the Inca. I don't know if I've told you before, but basically, the prophecy is about the condor that signifies all of the Andes people,
Mm-hmm.
and the eagle that signifies all of the people that are in Turtle Island.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's a really great story to tell, and a prophecy that I believe in, because it shares a lot about what we've been talking about, which is the Aztecs over there. We're talking about the lakes here.
Mm.
Kind of reminded me of the prophecy
What is the prophecy?
that prior to colonization, the people of the condor and the people of the eagle were in
Oh, they're gonna
big
like,
a harmonious
Relationship.
symbiotic relationship where like they would exchange knowledge, wisdom, even trade some commodities, and
I mean,
and
yeah,
things like that.
dude.
and
And
then
I think Trump
prophecy-
is definitely causing
the
that.
prophecy continues on to say that that link was broken, and when it was broken, the condor ended up being more heavy-hearted on the heart,
Mm.
so it would lead a lot with the heart, whereas the eagle became very logical, meaning like it made all these decisions up here with like thinking through things, very cerebral and whatnot. So the
Mm.
prophecy says that 500 years after colonization, the people of the people of the condor and the people of the eagle will come together
Mhm.
again, and will start to like reconnect
Mm.
and exchange information, exchange different commerce, knowledge, wisdom, so
Right.
that the condor becomes a little more logical, and the eagle becomes more hearted because it has lost its heart and its way in its gut.
Mm.
And that process is due to start 500 years after colonization. And
Mm.
right now we're a little over 30 years into
Mhm.
that 500-year mark.
So we're past by 30 years.
Yeah, we are in the process of that reconnection. Like,
Mm.
and so what I learned that happened in Urubamba is that the year that it hit for the prophecy to become true.
Yeah.
I guess there was a bunch of people from Turtle Island, like a bunch of natives who came to Urubamba, and they were in Sacred Valley, like coming to fulfill the prophecy.
Really?
Yeah, it did happen here in
Is that how you
Urubamba.
met your friend Thomas?
No, that's not how I met my friend Thomas, but
Not because of that exactly, but
No.
because he was like interested in that.
yeah, my friend Thomas, for context, he is a native from Turtle Island. And when I told him this prophecy, the same one that I just told you, and by the way, this is a prophecy that has is more detailed. I just kind of, tried to do some justice by summarizing it. But when I told Thomas about it, he told me that there was also a prophecy in his homeland that was basically also talking about that, like
Wow.
sharing that vision for their future. So I think it's yeah, man. Once I heard about that prophecy, I was
where
like,
did this prophecy come from? Like, do you know the source?
I'm not sure. I think it's a story that has been passed down by
Okay,
many years, and like
For sure.
it wasn't AI generated, that's for sure.
Eh.
But what I was gonna share is that in the U.S., it created a whole organization called the Pachamama Alliance,
Oh,
and if you
really?
go to their website,
Mhm.
you'll hear about the prophecy as well.
Wow.
They tried to like tell a story their way and how it created that whole institution. So
Yeah.
it's been around for a while, and
I'm sure it's like in a Simpsons episode somewhere in there.
I don't know if it is.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
Because I know there's like a Native American character in
Oh
The
yeah.
Simpsons that has been shown to portray some kind of prophecies here and there.
Interesting.
If I remember
so maybe
very
for the next
briefly.
live, I'll prepare like if I find any freaking Simpson episode,
That'd be crazy.
because I'm not aware of any that portrays the Inca or Peru or anything like that, or any prophecy. All right.
Yeah,
But then again, I
don't
haven't
know.
watched much Simpsons, so I guess I wouldn't know.
But shout out The Simpsons. That used to be one of my favorite shows.
Yeah.
I miss watching The Simpsons. It's
Uh,
original.
On a side note, you know what's really popular here too is anime. You'll be shocked to
Oh,
hear that in
God.
Cusco, anime is really big. I was thinking of wearing my Goku shirt today.
I don't even consider. I mean, yes, it's anime, but Dragon Ball Z is his own thing.
Yeah, it's a different
Anime-
category, right?
When I think of anime, I'm just, I don't know. I can't help but cringe, bro.
Uh-huh.
I just think of like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to hate on the anime community, but y'all do your thing. Not for me though. Not for me. Like,
Pero acá en Cusco es muy grande el
of
anime.
course, for sure. And I gotta express my opinions. Anime is just not for me. Dragon Ball Z is the shit though. I love Dragon Ball Z.
is the
All
shit.
the old stuff, even like the Japanese version and stuff like that. But I don't know. I've tried. I've had friends who are like, "Come on, just watch it." I'm like, okay. I'm just trying to just get through it, but I don't know. I think because Dragon Ball Z just holds such a high bar for me. I'm like, nothing is like this.
Nothing
Like,
is like this.
It's just like, yeah. But yeah. Anyways.
No, I just had to mention it because
Mm.
it's related to The Simpsons and how The Simpsons tend to predict these things, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. You know, I talked to the dragon from Dragon Ball Z on one of my first acid trips.
Wow. Okay.
I
Bringing
saw
it full
him.
circle, huh?
He was he was like a strobe light.
Wow.
He was like vibrating, just looking at me, and it was stirred into his soul. And I was just talking to him.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. He was just like telepathically communicating with me. It was pretty awesome. That's why I fuck with Dragon Ball Z. It's just him out of any, entity in the world, anything. That's what I talk to.
Wow. That's strong.
Dragons, bro. Do you remember the name of the dragon? He's such a sick dragon.
I forget, but he wasn't the strongest anyway.
He wasn't str- So pretty much like you collect all the Dragon Balls, right?
Yeah.
And then you
collect the
can make
7
a-
Dragon Balls.
You make a wish, right? Or you get a wish from the dragon?
3 wishes.
3 wishes.
3 wishes.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. We need to find the Dragon Balls that are hidden around around the Sacred Valley, man.
Dude, that
would be such a cool,
sick,
yeah.
bro.
There's so many cool activities to do in the Sacred Valley. I feel like that would be one.
If we did that, is it like just knowing Peruvians and just Latinos in general? There's so many fanatics of freaking Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, people would show up for sure.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Another idea that I had to do in the Sacred Valley is I kind of want to rent out one of those big spaces they have. Like right now, there's a space that I'm thinking of that is una cancha de tartán to play football. It's just like a big space, you know. And I kind of want to do like a bachata or salsa festival because no one does that around here.
They don't.
And there are schools in Cusco that, you know, have their thing going, but like there's no big event kind of like there is in the US or Mexico that are like big, like what are called congresses or like basically big dances that are
I feel like they've tried and there's a reason why they don't happen.
Really? No.
I mean, I mean, obviously, go for it.
I think it's a good idea simply because it would be something different, but at the same time, those things are happening in large scale. It's just that they happen in Plaza Mayor del Cusco, where everyone's dancing their different dances from their different towns. So it's not like I can really compete with that anyway, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I just can't help but think about, you remember when we used to go to church all the time?
Yeah.
With Dad?
Uh-huh.
Because he was like trying to promote.
Sure.
He was trying to, you're right. He was a real estate agent, which is a really smart move. Go to church. Because everyone's there, you know, so on. Anyways, this man started buying a shit ton of tamales. Remember that? And we would go after church, eat tamales, and he would be the one that brought in the tamales. Therefore, everyone's like, oh my God, Señor González, gracias, la 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 la. And then one time, this man had 100 orders of tamales. It pulls up, gone. Someone swiped all the tamales.
What?
Yeah, you don't remember? And then that was the last time we went to church as a family. I remember. I was like, after that, Dad estaba asado, bro. He was just like, oh, hell no. And then we didn't go to church. Isn't that crazy? So I'm just like thinking about that. Like, you know, you try to do something nice for people and there's just someone that is just a bad apple that just ruins it for everybody. But, you know, not trying to bring bad energy and then just like. Damn.
Another good idea that I had is just freaking taking some of the old tires, like breaking them down into little pieces and just fixing some of the holes that are on the streets. Man. The holes are just so deep, and it kind of reminds me of what this organization did. This anarchist organization did in Portland. Mm-hmm. They just fix up holes and pots, and then later the city would find out. They would be like, "Oh, it's fixed." Oh, yeah.
I guess we can't fund these child care centers that are just stifling money.
Yeah,
that's about that, right?
Yeah.
Minnesota. Crazy.
I think it's interesting that we covered these topics from the U.S. when really, like, we're surrounded by not the U.S.
Yeah, dude.
And we're mostly speaking about it here in English too. Like,
oh yeah, fuck the U.S. But we're like still in it.
I think the next couple live streams we need to bring in some local perspective from here because I think that would be good. Yeah.
We definitely need to get a guest on here.
Right. That is not us.
No, for sure. I want to pick some brains. I love asking questions. That's why I was like really good at. I mean, just I don't know, like making friends in Portland.
Yeah.
Because I remember just being like brought into a house just from a mutual friend, and there's just new faces everywhere, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I have to make friends again, and again and again, and key is just to ask a bunch of questions, dude. I actually learned that from my friend Omar. This man. I don't know where you are at, bro, but he would just ask 100 questions and just would not care. And I thought that was so amazing. I was just like, even though the questions were so redundant or obvious, he's just like, so what do you think about this? What's your point of view on this, Jamil? And I'm just like, what? And I just had to answer it. And I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Shout out Omar. Hope you're okay, buddy.
Well, just to wrap things up, I wanted to share that like there is an idea that I've been kind of floating around, which is having like a cohort of people from the U.S. who are environmental professionals, and that's their livelihood and whatnot, come to Cusco in kind of like a whole curated experience process, so that we can show you everything around. We can cover all the bases, you know, everything from hiking to food to coffee to, you know, spiritual experiences and whatnot, storytelling, getting to visit some farms, and everything in between. And I think that's kind of the experience that I'm working towards slowly and surely.
Yeah.
And I wanted to just throw that out there for people to react to, because if you're watching this, not maybe today, but in maybe in a year's time, I'll have a call to action right here that says, sign up and come join us, because many people have been asking for it. I do think it's a transformational change to come to the Sacred Valley and be here and see sustainability as is. And yeah, just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. I mean, just thinking right now, I'm like, all my friends that are, whether they're in Sri Lanka, Australia, Europe, and, you know, they've reached out to me and be like, dude, like, are you going to be in Peru this time around? I'm like, I don't know, but you're more than happy to come here. I'll show you around. And I think we could start at a smaller scale and just see if what we could do with just one friend and be like, hey, plan out a little itinerary for them and show them the real stuff.
Because for context, about on average each year, 2 million people come to Cusco and visit Machu Picchu. So it does bring in a lot of tourism, and it's of all kinds. I think we talked about this in the previous, in the last couple of days anyway.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, we went to eat at a really fancy restaurant, and they had a beautiful overlook. It was 100 soles for each person. Shout out Kennedy, who treated us to that lunch. But like, that's in Yanaguara, and when you're out in Yanaguara, you don't expect to see that type of structure.
It literally sticks out like a sore thumb. This beautiful restaurant was called 14 Incas.
14 Incas, and there was
14
Incas outside too.
It's just like, you know,
gold.
It's just like small village farm, you know, kind of like rundown la bodegas, and then I know just like this like almost 5-star restaurant in the middle of it.
Yeah, and that goes to say that like whether you're like someone who's just backpacking and want like a chill experience that's not too expensive, like you can have that experience in the Sacred Valley that way.
Yeah.
Just like someone who's coming with willing to pay $1,000 or more a night for a very good experience where everything works and blah, blah, blah. Like that's also available. And I guess
we should do a tour of the Sky Lodge. You know, the ones that are on the mountain.
Yeah.
See if we could,
I wonder if they do tours. I don't know if they do tours or not. We
just pretend to book and we'll go and be like, we don't really like it, but we'll film it and then just bounce. Yeah.
It's a cool spot. I think it would be cool to stay there. One of my friends did stay there. Shout out Michelle Krim, who showed me some pictures of being there.
Did she stay there?
Yeah, she stayed there.
How was it?
She was amazed by it.
Yeah.
And funny enough, Michelle, the woman I'm speaking about, used to work with me in Portland in the Bureau of Planning and Sustainability.
Oh, cool.
So her experience in Cusco, it was also was telling me that it's very much profound for her as well. So that's all to say, come to Valle Sagrado, come to Cusco. We're waiting for you here.
All my friends, like, you know where I'm at. Come down here. Check it out. I've been telling you about this place. Come, we'll go do Machu Picchu, and we'll go see all their... Dude, you'll eat cuy. Point blank.
If you do come, though, start getting in shape.
Get in shape. Because these hills ain't no jokes.
In the Inti Punco the other day, and living in San Blas for a couple months, you're going to be climbing a bunch of little stairs. And
dude, San Blas. Let's talk about San Blas real quick. What's up with that, dude? Dude, sorry. So before we left, there was a guy that was walking around and he's like, "Oh, you guys, are you renting apartments or you're the owner?" And I'm like, "No, but like, I know, Valentino." And he's like, "Oh yeah, let me get your contact number." And I'm just looking, I'm like, "Oh, you don't want to live here.
You don't wanna-
These stairs are freaking shit. You're gonna hate yourself. Don't
Yeah.
do it." He's
Okay,
like,
folks.
yeah.
We'll see you tomorrow for
Good night,
another
y'all.
episode.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Peace.